All right, great. Today we are going to be getting together with the curriculum team, and there are uh, some revolving tasks or some projects, or we're trying to form this together and see what we need to do. And I want to discuss while we have each other to try to find some possible solutions or resolve. In this pioneer session, we want to pioneer the way and want to take out some stumbling blocks so we could figure out how we can smooth this path, this area, because what I'm beginning to realize is in the ministry, there's a lot of different parts to play. And especially in light of like the three types of personalities, the technicians, the managers, and entrepreneurs, um, I realized that creating curriculum is something that is an important and essential part of what we're doing with videos and education platform and our Netflix for Entrepreneurial Evangelism, some of the courses we have going. Um, and and it hit me recently that while going through some of the enlist form, I began to realize there are some people on our team who love teaching and who specifically say that their skill is storytelling, their skill is teaching youth for 3 years, like Kalima, or like Neri is a teacher, Shatal was a teacher, Angela loves building curriculum, and it's just like God is just bringing all these communicators over, and it's really a beautiful thing because we started praying in June, realizing our bottleneck was communicators, and we just couldn't get past that until we bring more communicators, so we get a new bottleneck. So that's a blessing. And as I was over at family camp, I began to realize that there's a lot to communicate, and especially in terms of the team leader boot camp, there's a lot that goes into creating a live cast. There's a lot that goes into creating a course, and I'm so thankful. Like, we intentionally started with the subscription plan, knowing that to try to get everything together with a course before we shared anything would be really stressful and it wouldn't work out. But if we did one training per month, then it would give us a consistent rhythm for how we need to create curriculum, but we could just be extremely intentional about the topics that we cover, knowing that we want to use these topics for a course, use these topics for a live in-person training event. And so we're just creating all of the assets for when we have the different modalities of how we are, how we're equipping people. And that's interesting. The So I was reading a message from Angela, and I'm glad you're here, Sister Angela. Praise the Lord. So, in light of doing that, I realized also that we all work much better when we are able to work together, and I'd like to see some good suggestions. I know Angela's good with schedules, Kathy's good with schedules. What do you think would be a good way that we can have a rhythm or a system or like a work-a-thon for the curriculum team? Because there is actually a lot of work to do, and it would be nice if we could work together so that we're not all isolated doing separate things. Um, I see that the team leader bootcamp is Team Leader Bootcamp 2.0 is, at least for me, what I begin to realize is this is the single most one thing that we could do, such that by doing would make everything else easier and necessary. We can cast a vision of the Army of Youth. We can cast a vision of the teams that need to be developed and equip people. A lot of people are starting to rise up in their leadership, and they're starting to say, hey, I'm willing to form a team. I'm willing to lead a team. I'm willing to step up and gather and use my talents to make sure that other people can be utilized to their full potential, but I just need to be taught how. So a lot of the different questions about managing projects or doing onboarding with people, or why we should leverage and work together, it's going to be covered in the Team Leader Bootcamp. So this is like the one thing that we can do that's going to improve all of our tomorrows. So my mind is like hyper focused on the Team Leader Bootcamp. I want to get this done as soon as possible, and get it before the people so they could start using this 2.0, because I think that would be so much more helpful. But I'd like to know, Kathy, when do you think, or how do you think we should go about scheduling? I asked Diana like 3 or 4 times over the last week. She thought it was good, but we kept getting distracted with deviating from the conversation.
So the date, the time, what is your question?
Yes, that's correct.
The date and time.
Yeah. Because this is a regular thing. Like considering,
Oh.
I think if we consider the curriculum load or responsibility that the Army of Youth has, maybe in light of that, we could schedule. You know how we have deadlines for when things need to be done?
Yes.
Maybe if we connect those, some work-a-thons in connection with those deadlines, then it could ensure that we get together. I'm just trying to figure out a system that we work together. We get together not to have a meeting, not to have a class or a session, but so that we could use that session for
sit together and work.
Yeah, sit together, work.
Okay.
Do a work-a-thon.
Like work-a-thons together. That's what you want to schedule.
Yeah, that's what I'm most interested in.
That's good.
Because that provides fellowship, community, communication. It satisfies so many of our basic human needs.
I think that's a good suggestion, and I think, yeah, we should start it. We could start next week already. Start doing work-a-thons.
What time, what day?
I would say for sure. I don't know about Monday, but Tuesday, starting by 11 o'clock, 11 to 1. Would give us 2 hours to work.
Does it help if we consider our schedule of, I guess, the workload or the projects that need to be done?
That would be what you'd want to start with, yes.
Tina, are you able to take notes of these things?
Yeah, I'm just not right here though because this is too many notes from the videos. So I'm just gonna make another one.
Yeah, session calendar works.
I had to look for it.
Angela, you're welcome to speak. I see you unmuted yourself, and then call Mom.
I just saw we had a leadership thing on Tuesday. Oh, that's 11 my time, so I guess I'm sorry. I got confused with the time difference, I guess.
Yeah, the leadership table we have every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard.
Oh. It's on the calendar. Going up is Tuesday on mine.
Tuesday at 5 p.m. is the small group meeting.
Oh, okay. I must be on the wrong place. I'm sorry. No, I have stuff. Maybe I should take out my calendar. Just look at yours.
So what you're trying to do is schedule work-a-thons so that we can get this, the outlines and like the curriculum going, right? So that we can record the videos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to schedule. I gotta sneeze. What I see is that a lot of people are working. I'm sure. Okay, the main bottleneck that I see is going on is people are confused. They are unclear, and they're not idle, but they're like procrastinating or putting off, or they are unclear. So confused mind's like a paralyzed mind. So they're kind of paralyzed of how to move forward, and the information they need is found by someone else on the team, but they're not used to communicating to people during the week or on their own. A lot of people are still used to communicating to each other through me. And like just before, Leah was like, hey, Deborah doesn't have the checklist for this. And I like forwarded it to Kim, and Kim sent it to me, and I forwarded it to Leah. And then I was like, Leah, it would be best if you talk to Kim. And she's like, thank you so much. I'm glad you were doing that. I'm like, I didn't. I got it from Kim. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I keep talking to you. I should go talk to them. And I talked to Kim. She's like, yes, I'm so glad that's happening. Or that I was able to put the checklist onboarding thing on Deborah's. And I was like, no, I didn't do that. That was Leah asking for it. She's like, oh, no. We got a communication problem here.
Yeah.
And so Kim saw it.
I find myself doing that too, like catching myself like, oops,
Yes.
maybe I shouldn't.
So the challenge with that is people don't do things if there's slight unclarity about it, but of our own minds, like God didn't intend for us to be for the liver to operate outside of the body. The liver is to work in conjunction with the heart and the bloodstream and the digestion and all this stuff. So what I realize is if we can get people together on a work-a-thon on Discord at set times, if they could be regular and systematic, they could work together on the different teams, and it fosters problem solving amongst each other, and not just like through me. And there's a lot of people who would love each other, love to spend time together. There's a lot of people that quality time is like their highest love language, and they want, like they're workers, but they want to work with others, and they feel lonely if they're not supported like that. Angela, did you have something you want to say?
Just noticed on the calendar we have a work-a-thon on the 16th. Is that going to be happening, or can we do this then, or?
For what? What was the work-a-thon? Because each team has
Just
their own
says 1 to 2:30
What
on
team?
the 16th.
What team was it on?
I don't know, it's just on the calendar. I don't see.
It's old. It's obsolete.
Oh, yeah, because last time you told me not to go to those, and then that's not a real thing.
We need to move it. We need to actually move our work-a-thons to a consistent time.
Yeah, because we tried doing some slide design work-a-thons before, and they ended up just being like teaching people the basic stuff because they would be inconsistent who would show up, and it wasn't really a work-a-thon. It was just people were trying to catch up. Someone who's never touched a slide was getting on there without any prior knowledge, and they didn't know what they were doing. So it was just training, and so they didn't get far. So that got stopped like 3-4 months ago or something. But then we created the onboarding checklist. The onboarding checklist is what catches people up to speed. It's essentially like a mini online course for that specific role. And that's something that we need for the curriculum team is getting started checklist. This doesn't work. And
do you have your other marker, or is it upstairs?
This is the other marker.
I'm sure they don't pull this up all the way.
There's another one here.
Does that have a? Oh yeah, that's the one that I threw, because that one works worse. But it's okay. So the getting started checklist. I want to do that for the. Curriculum team, more so for the worksheets.
For the worksheet piece?
Yeah, for worksheets. Or maybe curriculum team, I don't know, but there's a lot of resources for curriculum that helps, or I guess for worksheets that could help people to do that very well. But I want, much like we have our getting started checklist, the general one for the welcome to the Army of Youth, and it just kind of like gives people an overview, and it really systemizes and it automates the information that people are exposed to, and just to give them a good picture. We want to have that for worksheets because I realize that and I'm a little, not discouraged, but perplexed because I spent a lot of time training Victoria how to do worksheets, and then she was gone just like in one moment. And so I was encouraging her for like 2 months before she left, or a month and a half, to like record some systems together. Like, let's document, let's extract what you know, so it makes it a lot easier. And she was like, yeah, success without a successor is a failure. Or you can't have success without a successor. And it was just ironic that she's the one who taught me that and then took off with no successor. But it's like that with every role. So that's why these getting started checklists are so essential, because you can train people without actively doing more and more of your time every time.
Especially if it's documented.
Yeah. So that was something that Angela and I were talking about. She was going to help with that. She's going to help with gathering some of the resources I share with her. Challenge with that is she doesn't necessarily have... The only example she has of what that looks like is the welcome getting started checklist that she went through, that everybody goes through.
Is there something wrong with it?
No, but
You need something different.
when she was going through it, she wasn't thinking about creating one. She was just going through it. So the lens was a little different.
Maybe if we all make one on creating them.
Yeah, that's what the Team Leader Boot Camp's for. It's a resource on like doing this whole process of onboarding people and forming the team. But in order to get this done, it's like we got to work together as a team with the curriculum. So it's kind of like back and forth. So there's the Bible readings. There's 4 Bible readings to create every month. There are 1 slide presentation to create every month.
So these are the teams, right?
You can call them that. They are the responsibilities that need to get done. They're projects that have to happen each month on a cyclical basis.
Yeah.
And what I was recommending is if we base our deadlines, or if we base our work-a-thons based on these deadlines of when these have to be done, then it could give us clarity on to when we could do the work-a-thons. What else needs to be done on a monthly basis?
Quote cards?
Yeah, but is that something that... I don't really look at the quote cards as necessarily part of the curriculum team.
Well, we need to practice it, right?
I'm talking about
The creation part.
Yeah. So outline is like creating the
The
outline.
songs.
Okay, that's not something that we do together, and that's not part of the curriculum.
The video.
I'm talking about actually putting this stuff together, and the content part of it. It's like worksheets, slides, Bible readings, like these outlines. Like that's curriculum. That's choosing the topics.
Choosing the topics?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. We need to choose the topics. If we had a list of topics to choose from, that would be nice.
We do have a list of topics to choose from.
Yeah.
But I don't see choosing topics as really... Well, I guess we could do that together as a group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be good. Maybe I would procrastinate it less if we could plan out... Oh, that's what we did with Victoria, and we planned out like 6 months in advance.
Yeah, and it was so much easier.
That was so helpful. It was good to have her methodical mind to help with that.
Yeah.
Very intentional. That was good. But we do have a list of topics.
So we just need to put them in order.
Yeah, we've got to put dates of when we're going to do those. There's something... Oh, the database. The framework database. Oh, so creating frameworks too, that was very eye-opening to me when I realized from Russell that basically the whole thing that we're doing, like like a very large, major thing that we do as a ministry, if it could be like summed up in one thing, is like frameworks.
Step-by-step system.
Yeah, that's really what we are doing. Like we have our message and the things that we help people to do, the results that we help them get, but the framework is what gets them there. So when we realize that we are creating frameworks, and this whole curriculum team is about creating, imagining, maintaining, distributing, sharing frameworks. That's just fundamentally what the Army of Youth does. Whether that's frameworks through group coaching like the live cast, or through online courses, or through live events, or through the content that we post on social media, it's all distributing frameworks. Fundamentally, at the highest level, that's what the Army of Youth is doing. And an Army of Youth rightly trained, the training is going to be done through frameworks that can duplicate. And a framework is a system. So, yeah, that's why we're doing that. Just trying to think if there's something else that had to do. Is this all? What are the responsibilities we need for the course? For creating the course, just outlining?
We need a onboard too, right?
Onboard?
People? New people who's going in to do those things?
Well, that's what the getting started checklist is. Getting started is the same thing as onboarding.
Oh, okay.
Those are synonyms.
The outlines.
We got that. That's good. So I guess maybe these are the main things that we...
Are you sure that the quote cards and, you know, getting the quotes and stuff out of it isn't...
Yeah, that's not part of the curriculum.
Okay. Because if we train their minds to keep an eye out while they're making it, after it's made, while it's being said, you know, I think we would get more good at that, better at that.
What do you mean?
It just seems like if we all honed our eyes to look for things like that,
Look for things like what?
like on like quotes and on like mini videos and stuff like that.
So, but that's all post-production. That's micro content. That's but then, yeah, that would be thing like beginning with the end in mind. Like the more the curriculum team knows what we're using these for and how they're going to be used, then yeah, we could be intentional as at the beginning. But the actual doing of that is still like a different side. But you're right. You're absolutely right. As we're creating the curriculum, the more that we realize that these slides will become Instagram posts, and that these topics are going to become courses and things of that nature, that's going to help us tremendously. And maybe copyright. Oh, probably copywriting too. Copywriting is important. Got to get some persuasive speakers. Which most of what we're doing is copywriting.
You know, oh never mind.
Or writing copy.
Do you do a double T? That's
Uh.
what I always do.
No, it's just like you.
Oh, I know.
I would be reading.
One thing that would be good. Oh, never mind. We're not there yet. So these are the responsibilities that we currently have.
You know what would be good? Is to do a funnel on whatever topic you're going to be saying, and try to bring people in before you say it.
That would require us to have a really advanced schedule.
I know.
Okay.
Make it a lot more effective.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, but we need actionable steps. We need things that we could do right now. That's like future. We're struggling with our current workload, and you're suggesting us times that by 10. So that's good for the future. But I want to try to keep this focused on actual things we can do immediately from like moving forward. So if we know that this is basically the workload of the curriculum team, then we can identify the deadlines, Kathy. We could identify the deadlines for these steps, and based on these deadlines, we can schedule a work-a-thon to meet those deadlines. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea because with the deadlines in mind, it helps us to know when to schedule which workathon.
So maybe what we could do is we can go to the livecast calendar. I don't know if this would confuse y'all, but if you go to the livecast overview, a livecast project overview is what it's called. If you type in livecast project on Notion, it should pop up. Livecast project overview.
System hub. Right?
Yes, on the system hub. Correct. Because people know the deadlines, they know that they got to be working on them, but a lot of people aren't working together. I know like Tina and Leah, they work better together. And Tuesday, she's got all Tuesday to do that. And Carmen and I, when we work together, we got a lot done for the Team Leader Boot Camp. Really, most of any other progress is when I was working with people. And this is what I want to do for most of the week. Is try to do something that will move the mission forward with the curriculum.
You said livecast overview is what we're supposed to be looking at?
Yeah, Livecast project overview is what it's called. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Not project.
Yeah, Livecast project overview.
It's in the system hub.
So if you just type in Livecast project, it'll show up. Oh, and then you probably put the summary on there.
Not that one.
Not what? Oh.
Because that one says August. The next one.
Where?
See that? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Another thing that I learned is that some people are
I like that.
what?
That flow chart.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I just like one that is colorful and another that it like shows you what we're doing.
It's
Gives you an eyeball of what's happening.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you like that. Thanks, Kamran, for putting that there.
That it's colorful too.
That's good. So, I know there's a lot of stuff on here. This is basically what Diana and I use to manage a project. Well, how do I say this? This is an overview system. Every large project requires an overview as far as the curriculum goes. This is basically our process for creating a livecast. This is our process for seeing a bird's eye view, an overview of what needs to be done. And who does what by when. So these are kind of the dates on there. And the numbers at the left.
Oh, there's the emails.
Yeah. Tina, do you know what the numbers on the left mean?
What step they are, like which ones we have to do first. Like number one, like all the ones with number one we can do at the same time.
There's no twos.
That's what I noticed too. I'm like, we skipped the number 2. So yeah.
It's a lot of updating to do.
And then we go on everyone, and then after number 1 is done, we can go on to all the things that we need to do under number 2. We can do simultaneously, like it's not necessarily one after another. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. So as soon as number 3 is done, all of these number 4s can be done.
Yeah.
And so some are contingent on other steps, so it helps to see the interdependency that each process has.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of broke it down into these months. I mean these deadlines. If we're going to spread things out during the month and not be overwhelmed. And we got most of them. I mean, we're doing good with most of these. Trying to think what to do. Can I get some help finding the deadlines for these different, when these things are done? when these things need to be done by?
Yeah, we can see it right here, right?
Yes, all the deadlines are on this page.
So, you want to go in order, like Bible readings first?
It doesn't matter. It could go. I just want to get it on the board. But if you want to do that, that works.
Creating the livecast outline is the third Thursday.
Outline. So third Thursday. Maybe a different color would help. Thank you guys for your help. Outline, third Thursday. What? Why does it say third Thursday?
I don't know.
When is that? Thursday?
Because you're
You mean the third Tuesday? Wait, third Tuesday?
the third Thursday because you are your rehearsal. Oh, this is like afterwards. I guess we don't even have step number like the first thing, like make the outline from like a sloppy list. We don't have that on here.
Okay, so then what that is the third Tuesday. I know, we
Yeah.
need to put that. Can you put that down there?
Step number 1. Then this should be all. Then that should be step number 1, and then
Yes.
all the others should be step number 2.
Yeah, and can you also, oh, placeholder slides are on there now. Praise God. Yeah, we need to update this. So the third Tuesday is when I like to create that outline. Third Tuesday.
So create.
And if anybody else sees another deadline, you can throw it out there. You don't have to wait.
Outline for rehearsal. Right?
Let's say livecast rehearsal outline. But you got it. That's right. And what's really nice is this process for creating livecast is extremely similar and largely transferable for the process for creating online courses. Y'all ready? Carmen, do you see any deadlines? Mom, do you see any deadlines?
No.
What are you up to?
Fourth Monday.
Are you helping?
Numbers.
Oh, you
Slides
changed.
is the fourth Monday.
Slides,
Yeah.
fourth Monday. Thank you.
Doesn't Kathy know those things?
Kathy, do you have them?
I have them in front of me like I'm seeing Cameron has them up. I can see them. So I'm looking at them too.
Don't you have them on a schedule or something?
So you don't have them on your Notion?
Notion.
I thought she keeps track of that.
So the Tuesday after the live cast.
Oh, and as you're looking at this, yes, Bible readings, Tuesday after livecast.
Yeah.
That's the deadline?
That's what it says.
How is it not Sunday? Because she doesn't have any Bible reading between now and Tuesday.
What is going
It'd be
on?
kind of hard to do
From Wednesday
Oh.
to Sunday?
Bible reading.
Oh, all the Bible readings, but not the first Bible reading.
Yeah.
So the first Bible reading by Sunday and then the rest by
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's hard unless we get more help, but getting more help isn't as difficult as long as we change the way that we work. And we prioritize new things,
Yeah.
more valuable things that create capacity, increase capacity, and space for others to participate. Because there's a lot of people who want to help with Bible readings.
A lot of people?
Yeah, there's a lot of people who want to help with Bible readings. So you were saying what's the deadline?
Tuesday after live cast.
Which Tuesday is that? Does it say?
No, it just says Tuesday after the live cast.
Okay.
The,
Got it. So all 4 of them are supposed to be done by then. Or that's the goal?
Mm-hmm.
And we've never reached that goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And
Summaries will be second Thursday.
huh?
What?
Oh, the summary.
Yeah.
Summary second Thursday.
Which would be today.
Okay.
Okay.
Second Thursday.
I feel a lot better today, but it's not just perfect to know yet. I'll flare it up.
Choosing topics.
Yeah.
Oh, worksheets is the 4th Monday.
4th Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The
We didn't change
worksheet.
that though.
I was wondering
Yes.
if we should do that after the live cast or before the live cast.
Uh-huh.
Some of the pros of doing it before is if I know what the worksheet, really, the pros of doing it long before is like,
Not as familiar with the content. That's one thing. And like usually.
But that's like con. He's talking about pros.
yeah, I'm talking about pros.
Oh.
The long before gives me an opportunity to look through it, and as I present, the presentation can be a lot more actionable oriented
Yeah.
and help with that. And whoever's helping with the worksheet can help with the actual steps within the message too, or and on the slides that could be in there. When I'm telling people, like in the video, I can say, go fill out, and we have the named worksheet. Fill out this worksheet. This is going to help you to get X, Y, Z. And that would be the pros of having the worksheet done in advance.
What if you did it a month in advance?
Mom, we don't even have the rehearsal done a month in advance. We're not doing that. We've already covered this before. It gives us a whole month. We're all focusing on the same thing at the same time, and we're just knocking things out, and it
Oh,
doesn't
wait, that's
overwhelm
not
us.
done late.
When we're not. You don't have to do it an entire month in advance for this to be done on time or to give ample opportunity.
Things come up.
Victoria did it just fine. Angela, did you want to say something?
I think should work out better once I get used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, since this was the first time that I did it this month, so
I agree. We're just early in the process as far as the
Yeah.
worksheets go.
and also I was wondering if we could delete procrastinate beside my name so I don't procrastinate.
You got it.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
That's thank you. That's one of the updates that we want to, for sure do.
Um.
That was procrastinate finding a worksheet creator.
That
on
was
prayer list.
before when we didn't have anyone.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
before you joined. But you were an answer to that prayer right there.
Answer. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Praise
Amen.
God. Amen. Kathy, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to say amen, an answer to our prayers.
Amen.
Oh, I meant before Angela started talking.
No, I just forgot to mute again. But
Oh, okay.
I do have the sheet in front of me, and besides what I see on the computer. But you guys have most of the deadlines and on that sheet.
Okay, so what I realized in this too is that we do not have any deadlines. How do I say this? We don't. Well, the copywriting is a teaching point benefits. That would be for like funnels. Copywriting would be. It's kind of like wordsmithing. So that would be like coming up with names for frameworks too. Anybody who has that mind who wants to kind of like help put those together, I I think in copywriting, maybe we should make a list of some of the stuff that entails as far as like what copywriting talent, if someone has a talent in copywriting or likes that interest in that, like what are the different categories here that would be helpful with that? Because I know Kamran is doing the emails with the teaching point benefits and he doesn't want to do that, so we want to try to replace him as soon as possible. I don't know if the emails is necessarily, well, I guess it is a part of this, because you want emails with the courses, you want emails with the live cast.
Yeah.
We really need an email writer. It's someone who likes to write emails. Yeah. I'm not used to this, but yeah. I'm trying to think.
Welcome, Daniel. Hermano.
Welcome, Daniel.
Oh,
What brings you over here today, brother?
I was looking through Discord to see if you guys were on, because I know you guys have a meeting, so.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Glad you could join us,
Glad
brother.
you're
We're talking about the curriculum team and creating some more work-a-thons that we can get together and get some progress made. Glad you could join us. So, as far as copywriting goes, people who like words or who want to improve their talent of speech or communication or persuasion, that's something I don't know how to schedule that. The way I picture it is, if some people who like to wordsmith can get together and just it can go through all the teaching point benefits. They can go through all even like the teaching points, like what we call those. They can go through, they can help with the email, write up some email thing.
Who likes to do that?
You? Chatal was good at it, but Diana would probably be good at it. I've never talked to her about it. I don't know. Well, maybe that wouldn't be good for her to do, simply because she's got a lot on her plate. But pretty much you, Mom. You and... Huh?
I want to learn copywriting though.
Oh, you want to learn? Oh, okay. See, there's like... Kamran's more interested than he was when he first started, so some of the stuff we've got to reevaluate and see where people's interests are.
I want to learn. I still have a lot to learn though, because I know it
Susie.
helps a lot.
Susie could probably do it well.
I know it helps a lot with like outlines and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah. So, who are the people on the curriculum team? This would help us tremendously.
Angela, Susie, is she?
Yeah, definitely. Susie, I think
Come on.
this is a strong skill that Susie has. Who else is there?
Who else is a teacher?
You know who else is a teacher is Neri, but she has not been invited. And someone else would be good to work with. What did you say, Cameron?
Oh, I just said
Oh yeah. There's someone else. Oh, Desire. But my concern with Desire is she's got her hand, like she's a teacher by trade. That's what she does full time. So she probably would do good there. But she's involved in the funnel team. She's involved with the quote card team. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to put too much on her.
yeah, she's got a lot on her plate. And honestly, I think the quote card designing is something that a lot of people can do. It's an entry-level position, but she's doing data entry to help alleviate Kamran. And whatever we can do to help alleviate Kamran, I think we should funnel more of our human resources over to the funnel team to help with that portion. And she's extremely technical. Like, she's a quick learner. She could figure things out really well. And she's a teacher, so I think that, like, doing this would be really helpful. But I think with the funnel team, I would rather prioritize more of that. Yes?
Yeah, there's a glare on the board. Right?
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't see a glare on the board.
I
still
don't
see
see
it.
it.
Oh, you're
I
right.
see it.
It's coming from this one here, I think.
Oh, that one?
I think so.
Boy, howdy. There's 2 of them. Good. Cool. Thank you. All
It
right.
doesn't even like make the lighting all dark.
Much better.
No, it doesn't. Isn't that cool? That was more for the curtain. I think we
Maybe
need
you can
more
have 'em back on.
more lights. No, it glares. It definitely glares. So these 2 I wanted to invite. I'm not sure who else on the team likes curriculum stuff. But that seems like a pretty good... oh, I know Kalima likes teaching. Oh, and Kalima would be good at being a copywriter. He said that he has taught youth for 3 years. So he's a preacher of righteousness. And another thing too regarding
Did you
this...
spell that right?
No. Kalima. Well, anyways, Musa.
Musa?
We might be able to involve Musa more. He may be interested in helping. I don't know. He strikes me as someone. He keeps praying that God would help him not be distracted. He
What about
does.
Jason?
He's a preacher. He teaches a lot. And Musa might. I think he has goals. The thing about the curriculum team is that people who have aspirations to be a preacher, aspirations to teach, to communicate, anyone like that seems like they would be a really good fit here, because in the Army of Youth we're trying to figure out what is a direction that God is taking their life, and how can we give them opportunity, responsibility, and training, and surround them with people that are going in the direction that God is already taking them, and that will help by them working with the ministry. It's assisting, it's giving them skills that could carry with them for the rest of their ministry and life, whether they're with the Army of Youth or not. So that's kind of our goal. So
I don't
who
hear much about Brumilda anymore.
Brumilda has been busy with school.
Yeah.
She's got lots of school going on. Yes. So I say that because Leah has aspirations to be a preacher, and she's great with the slide design. And I'm just thinking that she's got a lot going on with the onboarding people, but sometimes I wonder if she has more in her. Like, I don't know, I don't fully understand everything with her home dynamics. At least during quarantine, it seemed like she had a lot more time on her hands. Now she has school, but I still think that she is able to do more. She doesn't seem to communicate overwhelmed or stressed. She's always like on time, on point, excited, ready to go. So maybe involving her with the curriculum team would help her to be able to understand, to be a preacher. And she records videos on Instagram where she's teaching different things that she's learning at the Army of Youth. So if we gave her some frameworks and we involved her in the process of teaching, educating, then that might be, it sounds like that's along the lines that she wants to do. And I think as far as the live cast goes, there's like 3 major sections of the live cast. There is pre-live cast, there's like during live cast, and then there's post-live cast. And a lot of Leah's stuff is like pre-live cast. So after the live cast, she doesn't have a lot of responsibilities that need to be done and with the slides. So she might be able to plug in with some other portions of the general thing.
Pull out things we can use for content. Maybe.
But that's not part of the curriculum team.
No, it's not. But we're talking about afterwards.
No, what I'm talking about afterwards would be the next would be the next curriculum, the next live cast, different portions of the live cast. So I'm only talking about the curriculum team.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So we have Kometz keeps calling me.
Put him to work.
He's a good teacher. So Kathy, we've got this database is a project. Carmen and I are trying to work together. We've got a lot of different things scattered in places. We have worksheets on Notion, worksheets on Google Docs and worksheets on one other thing. I forgot what that was, but Google Forms, and we want to consolidate everything in one place so that it's easily accessible in one like mother database or one centralized area, and just have different views depending on where they're at. So Susie's going to be working off of this. Angela will be working off of this, and then Kamran and I. So this is a project that we got to sit down and do. Kamran, when are the emails due?
When are the emails due?
Yeah.
It's a good question. Let's find out. Emails to be determined.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But they have to be done before the live cast, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, how often do you send them out? Like what dates?
Oh,
like
once
a
a month.
week? Oh, you just
Yeah,
do it
they're once a month.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a day before the live cast and the day after.
But you can do them all at once and schedule them to be sent out.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
So-
it can be done the day before.
So our emails didn't actually go out this month.
They didn't?
Oh, I don't know. Did you fix the transactional email thing?
Yeah, I think I did.
Praise the Lord.
They've been going out.
That is good. How much did that cost?
$0.00.
How did that happen?
They're worth every penny. I'm just kidding.
Wait, how'd you do that for free?
SendGrid
SendGrid does it for free?
does it for free.
No way. For what's the limit?
I think 100,000 emails or something like that.
Whoa.
Something. It's a good number,
Whoa.
I think.
Praise the Lord. God help.
I mean, it's more than we need, so.
God helped Kamran to cut down a $35 bill and allowed us to nothing and do the same thing.
Praise the Lord.
I like that.
Because he found out that ClickFunnels on their on their value stack, they say like you could replace all your email providers, and we were paying for MailChimp. So we realized, we're like, wait a second, everything MailChimp does, ClickFunnels can do? And we dropped it, and then all of our transaction emails stopped working. So all the password reset, all the, when people sign up for the 4 secrets to make your devotions irresistibly interesting, none of those are going out. Like basically none of our newsletters were going out. So we found it with SendGrid, so now we don't have to do that anymore. Save $35.
Nobody fell through the cracks, huh?
Well, only for like 2 or 3 weeks.
No, I mean, but
Oh.
everybody's all hooked up.
But the only thing we have to do still is we have to take the categories and tags, and we got to put the people from MailChimp over to our ClickFunnels email list. We need someone to manage our emails
Yes.
because that's something we need to pray for an email manager.
I think when it comes to emails,
Uh-huh.
I think the thing that really is more taxing on me than writing them and putting them together
Mm-hmm.
is managing the list
Oh, okay,
and
man.
the tags and all that.
Makes sense. So we need someone who has a gift of organization that loves to categorize and segment audiences.
Yeah.
How
And
do you
manage all
figure
that.
out?
Yeah.
How do you figure
Because
it out?
there's a lot of different lists. There's people who go people go to that list and that list, and then if something happens, they get taken off of that list, and so
How do you
setting
figure-
up all the automations.
Yeah.
How do you figure that out? Is by what page they came on and clicked on?
Correct.
Is
Yeah.
that all it is? It's
That's
not
all it
like
is.
you have to figure things out?
Whoa. No. I mean, if you don't know how email marketing works, you have to learn how to manage the list and how to navigate through
Oh, okay.
ClickFunnels.
There's
and
some people
Send It.
who just love email.
Yeah, like Herzel understands email automation really well, and Jason has a mind for that. But I don't think he likes
Some people
email as
love
much as
it.
he likes Messenger. So but whoever has a mind for that, we got a course from Russell Brunson. We just sit them in front, and Russell will teach them everything they need to know about email. And he'll just cast a vision and totally sell them on the value and the importance of the work that they're doing, and they'd be so inspired to be like, all right, let's take on the world, and they'll figure out whatever obstacle comes up. We just need someone who wants to, I mean, they could just focus on that, and it could be one person doing nothing but emails and coming up with creative ideas so we could grow the email list and add more value to their lives and keep them in the loop and let them know things we're doing. Because right now we only have a newsletter, and Nikki's doing good with that. So what I was saying is, Kathy, my point of that was this framework. Oh, can someone get me the date for when these? Oh, the worksheets. Oh man. So we don't have a time for this or this. Because there are some of these that are projects, Kathy, that are not necessarily revolving. Once we get this database, it's good to go. And this story database, we need something to manage this.
Sounds like my kind of work.
Yeah, you're right, it does.
What is story database?
So it's basically, you know how do you describe that? Oh, remember what I encourage people to have in the
Testimonies.
yeah, for testimonies? It's just a database of all your testimonies, but these are intentional testimonies, like the rose story for hearing the voice of God, or the spiritual gluttony story. It's like Russell Brunson tells his potato gun story over and over and over and over the years, because it's talking about information products. Some weird niche of selling potato guns could become like a 6-figure business or whatever while in college.
That is weird.
Yeah, so it's like if Russell can do that with potato guns, we can do that with teaching people how to study the Bible. And he's from Idaho, land of the potatoes.
Oh yeah.
So that was yeah, Russell Brunson. That's how he started in information products as in college. See, it's intriguing, it's interesting, and you're like, whoa. But so that there's a story base. So he's very intentional about these stories that are being told that are calculated to break down false beliefs. They're breaking down the limiting beliefs that our audience has that prevents them from dedicating their lives wholly to Christ, or prevents them from studying, being intentional with their devotions, or whatever the case is. So we need to be able to keep track of these, because there's new stories that come up on some of the live casts and stuff. And this is a resource for people who are creating curriculum to pull from, to be like, okay, we're going to use this story here in the like when we're talking. Remember the speaker notes for the slides, how instead of saying like a whole paragraph about being on the couch being convicted and like Pastor Sankey was doing, we could just say spiritual gluttony testimony, and then boom, we know.
Yeah.
We know just what that's talking about.
Watchwords.
Yes. That was for our curriculum. Kathy,
Yes.
what do you recommend we do for getting these work-a-thons going?
I think that we should start a work-a-thon and have 2 different times, because some people, because of the schedules across, the ways, I think we should have a work-a-thon every Monday afternoon from 4 to 6, every Tuesday from 11 to 1, Wednesday 4 to 6, and Thursday 11 to 1.
Wait,
So
hold on.
Monday and Wednesday.
You say Monday, no Tuesday?
No, Tuesday's a different time.
Tuesday.
Yeah, on Tuesdays and Thursdays
okay, no,
it would
just
be.
give me the days of the week.
Wait, keep Wednesday there, because that's 4 to 6.
Give me the days of the week, please.
Okay, Tuesday it's from 11 to 1.
No, listen, just the days of the week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You said Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday?
Yes, Monday, Tuesday,
And-
Wednesday, and Thursday.
Oh, and Thursday. Oh, okay, so you said
And Thursday.
all of those days of the week. Okay,
Okay.
now what time on Thursday?
Thursday,
No, Tuesday.
you're
sorry.
next to Wednesday. Okay, Tuesday it's 11 to 1.
Okay, Wednesday?
4 to 6.
It's 4 to 6,
Thursday?
11 to 1.
Why did you choose these times?
Because those are the times that we're not in meetings, and that does not interfere with any of the small groups. No, yeah. We're doing it at a time where it doesn't interfere with small groups. It doesn't interfere with our monthly meetings, quarterly meetings, trying to work it around our schedule that we already have.
Okay. So they're basically like office hours that we could work with people?
Yes, and different, where the people, the Asian countries could probably work the 4 to 6 better, Mondays and Wednesdays, and the people here.
No. Asian countries cannot work from 4 to 6. They would only be able to work with
11 to 1.
The Asian countries are more so like
Okay.
like 6 o'clock is extremely early for them. It's early in the morning.
Okay.
If you looked at it like 12 hours later.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. And of course, the Tuesdays and the Wednesdays wouldn't work. That's why I was thinking the Monday.
11
Well,
p.m. to 1 wouldn't work either.
Why 11 to 1?
11 p.m. to 1
Uh,
p.m.
11 to 12 works for several Asian countries because they just stay up late. It's easier for people to stay up late than wake up early.
Because I knew when Kim said before it was like 3 in the afternoon, so that's why I thought 4 to 6, but I don't know.
She's not in Asia. She's in South Africa.
Yeah.
But Kim is like 3 in the afternoon is like intense time.
3 in the afternoon is not available for her. She does better from 11 to 1, which is like 2 a.m. for her.
Okay.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
11 or 1 is 2 a.m.
Yeah, 11 is probably 1, like somewhere around like 1 a.m. for her or something.
Wow.
So,
Stays up late.
well, she sleeps like 3 hours a day, or 4 hours or something. She's got a lot of responsibility and stress and stuff. Her family, she's got a lot on her shoulders.
Looking at these, what needs to be done, it doesn't, I know Kim has a lot to do. So what are we, with these deadlines that we have for the curriculum team, are most of those in the States then? The people that would be working on these work-a-thons?
Well, if we look at it that way, we wouldn't be able to get anybody outside of this state.
Leah, Kalima, Desire, and Neri. Well, Leah, Kalima, and Desire are in those Asian countries.
In the Asian countries.
Except for Kalima's in South Africa. Eastern Hemisphere.
For Leah, 11 to 1 would probably work better.
Yeah. Most of the Asians, they work better in the morning. Like 10, or earlier in the morning, the better. Like 10:30 to 1 or something.
The reason we didn't do that is because after Pioneer sessions, sometimes our Pioneer sessions go to, we could do 10:30, but we could not do 10.
I said 10:30. I didn't say 10.
Okay. So we could make those on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10:30, start a little earlier if that would work better for them. 10:30 is okay because that's not going to conflict with any of our monthly, quarterly, just trying to work it around the schedules that we already have.
I'm so glad that you're here, Kathy.
Yeah, your mind thinks very methodical. Schedule.
Yeah.
So we'll do 10:30.
10:31. And one concern that I have here is, I don't know, locking down to how do we choose what the priority will be for that day, for that time?
That should not be hard because when you look at what your outlines, your slides, your things that need to be done, that's what your priority is going to be for that particular week. So that's how we choose what topic that we're working on, depending on that week.
Choose who is going to show up on that time based on, because the responsibilities fluctuate. There are different people who are involved with each of those.
And that's going to be knowing that we have a work-a-thon scheduled 4 days a week, knowing what that week entails should be the team leaders saying, this is the work-a-thon that we're going to be working on this particular item and giving them the date and time.
I thought we were getting together to knock out a bunch of work, like we did the slides.
I don't understand anything you just said. Can you word it in a different way?
Remember how we got together and knock out the slides?
What slides?
The other house.
Oh yeah, that's like a workathon.
You mean like the
That is.
Yeah, that's what we're scheduling here. That's what we're scheduling to get together to knock out work. Oh, you're talking about like a barn raising kind of. No, that's not what we're doing. This is a regular. This isn't all hands on deck type of thing. This is like whoever's responsible for these things work together, because there's for each one of these roles there's like 2 to 3 people who can participate in getting these done. But what we've been doing instead is just one person is carrying the load, and then the other one person is doing the same thing alone at a different time. Because of lack of communication and coordination, people haven't been getting together to do it, and everybody works and thrives better when we can knock things out with each other. Yeah.
But still work on things alone too sometimes, because otherwise.
Sometimes you have to. But
Yeah.
if we can do it as a workathon, more will get accomplished together.
I like to work it on.
Yeah, workathons are good. I know one thing for me is I don't want to get locked down to doing all those things. I'm just trying to figure out when would I not be involved. Because there's a handful of these things that I wouldn't want to be involved in. Like the slides.
Yeah, you don't have to be involved in the slides.
Or the
But
Bible
see,
reading.
on the time that's done, yes, that's where each person would go, okay, I'm involved in this job, and this is when we're going to work on it together. Those who aren't involved in it can be doing other things.
Yes. So what you're saying is we could schedule the slot, but the we could. You want to join on Discord, Mom?
No.
All right.
Sorry.
It's fine. So we got the slots that we could do the workathons, and then you're saying
Stuck.
Tina is going to schedule what we're going to be doing at what time, or Susie's going to be scheduling when we're going to get together. I don't see how that's any different than what we've been doing right already.
Because when you have a workathon scheduled and everybody knows that is what the focus is on that particular
but
time,
That's
it's
the
not
point.
like,
When
sorry.
Everybody knows that's the particular focus. That's the part that we are struggling with. Everybody knows requires communication and decision, and we have not just the deciding that and communicating that to key people is a struggle.
okay, let's go to Monday, the slides on the 4th Monday. When you go to the 4th Monday, that's on the 28th. That's next. Today is what? No.
Yeah.
If I know who is involved, I can contact them and let them know. That's not a problem. I can send out the information. All I would need to do is know who is involved in like the outline on the 3rd Tuesday, who is involved on the slides on the 4th
So
Monday.
the slides is the 4th Monday is when they are due, not when we're going to be working on them.
Okay.
So they need to be worked on before that. These
Yeah,
are
and there's multiple workathons that we're gonna have to do in order to get them finished. We can't just do one and then expect them to be finished.
that's correct.
Yeah.
And usually it would probably work like the slides. We could do it until the 4th Monday, probably every Tuesday and Thursday from 10:30 to 1, because that's a better time for Leah and for me. I like working on it in the morning.
So every Tuesday till they're due,
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday. And then if there's anyone else, like Rebecca or anybody else that we can let them know that that's what you're going to be doing
Yeah.
every Tuesday and Thursday till they're accomplished.
Yeah, and it's a good time. Usually, it's a good time for Rebecca too. Sometimes. Her schedule fluctuates.
There's always going to be exceptions where somebody can't because of something. But if there's a scheduled time that you're going to be working on a certain thing, I think you'll get more production.
Yes, definitely. I completely agree.
So does that like help at all?
Yeah, that helps tremendously. That's exactly what I want to try to figure out. What about the Bible readings? When is that something that only like Susie would know? Because the Bible readings involves like Susie, Pastor Smith get together. Tina does. She has been a lot in the past. I don't know if
Not
it's
so
something.
much anymore.
Not
Yeah, it's kind of like.
Yeah, not so much since
I
Pastor
know.
Smith has been helping.
Well, the Bible readings, I don't really know what to say because like the live cast is on Wednesday, and and then it would only be Thursday, so we could do it on Thursday, 10:30 to 1.
And she seems to do better in the afternoon.
Susie,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
would Monday, and Pastor Smith does too, would Monday, I know Pastor Smith wouldn't be available Wednesday from 4 to 6, but what about Monday 4 to 6 on,
I think
if they
that's
worked
kinda
on it from 4 to 6 on Monday?
Isn't that when they did it in the past, Tina?
I think so.
What's going on with his marker? Oh, this is the one that commented me. So I threw it over there so I don't use it. Bible readings. You were saying what
Yeah.
time? Monday?
Monday.
On Mondays, if they worked on them on Mondays,
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
Yeah, but they're not going to be done if we only work on them. If we only schedule a workathon on Monday.
How often did you guys get them done?
Right now, we've been kind of doing like Susie's trying to do them in more advance, but
She's trying to do them by Sunday, right? Because Sunday's really the deadline because Mom's Bible study is on Sunday.
Yeah, but like this week, she's kind of been like one Bible reading late, so it's kind of like the work is starting on the week is starting on Tuesday.
Oh, Mom has been a
Yeah.
Bible reading late?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We could do that and then just keep using the Tuesday.
I like that.
We could say
Right.
Tuesday, because Tuesday I'm more available to help finalize or do whatever for the Bible reading.
I like that a lot better than on Sunday.
Oh, I didn't know Mom was a week late. That works well. She'll just be behind. Oh, and then my small group would set the precedent for the whole week.
Which is good
Right.
because you're the first.
Okay.
First squad.
First squad and trickle them onward. Okay, so does that change anything?
I still think Monday. I like when we did them like 1 week at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I'd like to do it on Mondays. Like have it done on Monday.
Okay. Monday from 4
That
to
is a good
6.
time.
So is there a way to do multiple at once on Monday?
If there were more people.
Wait a second. Is there a way, if there are more people, okay, is there a way to, instead of like treat the Bible readings like an assembly line? Like those things work really well. Like you can create your sloppy list. Like what you do is like you create a sloppy list
So should I
of
create a
questions.
sloppy list and then Susie go through them? Should be the opposite.
Susie would do really good going through them, and you do great at creating a sloppy list. But what I'm saying is like huh?
I can do the questions.
Oh yeah, oh that would be wonderful. Conrad's extremely good with questions.
Thank you for calling in Town Suites Newport News. My name is Angela. How may I help you? Oh. Thank you for calling in Newport News in Town Suites. My name is Angela. How may I help?
Okay, so the you were saying Bible. Okay, Carmen's good with the Bible reading. So basically, the phases.
So Carmen, you want to help with the Bible readings? I think you would be really good at it. Like just the questions. What does that mean?
I don't know what it means either.
I don't know what it means either. I was just
Okay.
pointing at him.
Okay.
So if we did a workathon, And-
Trying to delegate the decision. That's what's going on.
Oh, can I just finish my sentence? Like I really want to get this point across.
Yes.
Treating this like an assembly line. There's different phases. You create a sloppy list of questions. and you got to go through the slides, find all the Bible verses from the slides, see what other stuff might be in the outline. So you're kind of like, what you're basically doing is you're scraping through content and you're posting it all right here so that there's some basic structure there, and largely from the speaker notes on the slides. And then once that's there, then the next phase is to organize and put it all together and add Bible verses. And then there's like optimizing with like the offer and with the just some questions. Yeah. So those are the phases. What I'm suggesting is, what if we, instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, what if we did step 1, scrape it through, creating a sloppy list, doing whatever.
In batch?
Then batch. Do that 4 times in one day. And then the next time do, like, just try to do...
you mean one workathon, do one? Or do you mean like one...
In one workathon, do 4 sloppy lists. And then
so
4 of those...
four sloppy lists. Yeah, we could do that.
Floppy list.
When you say everyone does 4 sloppy lists, what do you mean
No,
by
I mean
that?
like, because we're coming together as a
Oh,
workathon.
okay. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
gonna take a break.
Okay.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
We can do that. So, what were you saying, Kathy?
I didn't at that time.
You did. I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just saying, as a workathon, then that allows more than just Susie and Pastor Smith. It allows those people who can help and contribute. Now, and I'm asking, I don't understand, but if we were to do all 4 weeks at one time, part 1, all 4 weeks, part 2, the next week, because like I said, Pastor Smith is not available on Wednesday for sure for any workathon, but on Monday, how long would that take to actually get the Bible readings available for the small groups?
It depends on how long each phase takes. But what we're not talking about is doing a workathon once a week.
For the Bible readings.
Yes. Tina said that if we worked on the Bible readings once a week, it would not get done. It requires
That's what I
multiple
thought.
workathons.
Right.
So in 1 week, we could have all the Bible readings done. I don't know, depending on how many workathons we do for that week.
Okay.
That could be like starting today. Conceptually, like that's an example.
Right.
Leah would probably enjoy doing something like that. Really, any of a lot of the small group leaders, how do I say? Some of the small group leaders would probably enjoy helping with the Bible readings too, especially those strong communicator type people. Like Musa.
I forget. Moose is what, 3 hours ahead of us, time wise?
He's in Texas. I don't know. 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours. That's okay.
Texas.
So from 4 to 6 would work good for him too.
He's a brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a brother.
Okay, so for the Bible readings, we may need to do that then, like you said, several times until they're done. But if you batch them, then what, in 4 days, is it 4 different things that you'd be doing? The Bible readings?
Tina, if we batch the Bible readings, how many workathons do you think it would take to finish it?
By Tuesday?
Yes. because the more that we can give our small group leaders in advance the Bible readings and let them practice. Like, look, here's another question. Can some of the Bible readings be done before the live cast?
Oh yeah.
Technically, yes.
And could we do like a modifying of the Bible readings if we want to update some things? Like, I don't know if that would be worth it, but all I'm thinking is like the more in advance that we give these Bible readings to people, small group leaders, the more they could practice and go through it and they'd want to do it. It's like Sabbath school. You're saying technically, yeah? Because I believe we can do the Bible readings while we're doing the slides. Because in the speaker notes, we should have the Bible readings be like the questions. Like, it helps me to preface every verse with a question in the slides. Does that make sense? Because if we go back to the one here, there's a lot of Bible readings in the slide speaker notes.
So do you mean kind of like create the Bible reading, and then from the Bible reading create the outline?
No. I mean, when there's verses. Look, if you were to take a guess, how many verses do you think I referenced in let's just say the first teaching point? How many verses do you think I referenced without actually giving a lookup verse that we didn't remember when I showed you? It would be good to put the Bible reference there. Like, how many of those do you think we had in there from this live
Probably
cast?
around 10. I don't know.
I think we could easily extract 10 Bible references, just like how we extract Bible principles from the Spirit of Prophecy quotes. We can extract Bible principles from the live cast slides. And the outline, because like when I'm doing the live cast rehearsal, a lot of times I'm referring to verses without actually saying, yeah, it's found in this book, in this verse, in this chapter. But those are relevant with the Bible reading, like if we were to do a question and answer type thing. So all I'm saying is if we, instead of thinking like categorize and separate and compartmentalize and say, yeah, we're doing the slides, we're doing the outline, and then we're doing the Bible reading afterwards, we're just like, as we're doing the outline, as we're doing the slides, we're beginning with the end in mind. And we know if it's going to be in a Bible reading format, then every verse, every opportunity we have, preface it with a question in light of this. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It does?
What is it making dollars?
So if we did it that way, then we could get all 4 Bible readings done
Yeah, that sounds good.
by Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Not this month. Like that. It's past.
Kathy, what do you think our system should be for... Oh, man.
What?
I just unmuted.
I know you unmuted. I want to talk to Tina for a moment. Are you writing this down? What we talked about with the Bible readings? Like how, because we're making decisions, we're coming to conclusions. None of this will actually happen in reality unless you write things down.
Sure.
And then we have a checklist, actionable steps leaving this conversation. And the notes that you take are the most valuable thing that we have moving forward from here. It's just like with the briefings, those things will help. Do you need help to remember anything that we were talking about?
I know you said do them as an assembly line.
Yeah.
So, and we can do them in advance of the live cast.
And that's like during the outline and during the slides.
During the outline, preface the Bible verses
Yeah.
with questions.
Yeah.
And then we said Monday from 4 to 6.
Monday from 4 to 6.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So
Okay,
do them as
cool.
an assembly line. Yeah.
And you identified the slides in the outline? Those were probably the times that we would do it in advance. I mean,
During the outline and the slides.
yeah. Those are probably some of the best times to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kathy, do you see that covers that? Or do you have another question you wanted to ask? Or thing that we're maybe overlooking?
I see that would cover, and like Tina said, that will help for the next time. But we do need to get the Bible readings done for this, the one that you just finished, and we can't be doing it while we're doing the outline and the slides for the next one. So all I was saying is we could go ahead and get them scheduled. If 4 to 6 works good for Susie, 4 to 6 works not for Tina today for sure, but if 4 to 6 worked good for them, we could schedule it next Monday, Tuesday, until we can get them done for the last month. Just schedule them back to back, get them done. And then from then on, going with the outline and the slides and working forward. Does that make sense?
You lost me because this
Okay.
week's Bible reading is going to get done. Susie will take care of that, and we can create the Bible readings where we're doing the slides and the outlines.
Right, we can. But the outline and slides that you're going to be working on is for the next live cast, which would be for the next set of
Yes,
4
but
Bible readings.
the Bible readings for this week will be taken care of.
Okay.
We're not really talking about that during this conversation as much.
Okay, I thought we were trying to work on a work-a-thon to get them taken care of for the next 4 weeks. Okay.
No, I'm
All right.
talking about a
All right.
work-a-thon system that we can have cyclical, that we don't miss our deadlines. So that wouldn't really consider the stuff that we did from the past.
All right. Got it.
And I figure if we get this down pat with a curriculum team, then hopefully it could permeate with some other teams too. I don't know. I know Discord people can do multiple things at once, so we might be able to use this model to help with gathering the funnel team together too. When Cameron and Jason spoke together, they got a lot done. But last time Cameron and I talked, he was saying that he didn't see how productive getting together would be. Work-a-thons, or it could be distracting. So
This is very helpful.
what is?
Just figuring out the times.
Yeah, I think so too. The big thing that I want to try to figure out, choosing topics? No. Oh, yeah. The big thing I want to try to figure out, but I think we're running out of time quickly, is the framework database with Qumran and choosing the topics, because I got to choose a topic this week. And I'm prone to procrastinate until Tuesday night, and then choosing a topic then when I have to. But last time I tried to talk to Diana about choosing topics, we spoke for like 2 hours and didn't choose a single topic.
That's why the work-a-thons will work better when we know what we're going to be working on. And when we have the outline, or we have the slides, or we have the choosing the topics as the focus, then we should be able to stay focused on a workathon, that being the focus.
I'd like to. Oh, I don't know. What are we doing? A lot of the curriculum, writing and Bible study and stuff, I like to do on Friday. Is it? Friday.
Do you want a workathon on Friday then?
Well, it'd be nice it would be helpful for me, but it's usually a bad time for a lot of Adventists around the world.
It is.
Unless they're from Asia, they might do it on Sabbath.
They might. That's true. I'm sure those that are into the Sabbath, already observing the Sabbath, working on the ministry would not be, something. It would be something they would like to do.
Yeah, because it's Bible studies.
Talking about the Bible readings?
No, I was talking about outlines for like the live cast and stuff.
Yeah.
But Bible readings would work too on the Sabbath.
Yeah, I like doing Bible readings on the Sabbath.
I think that would be fun.
It would be a fun afternoon activity with folk. And people, I know there's some people online that want to get together and fellowship and strengthen. I think if we invited, I think workathons, never mind. Going in too much in my visionary mode, but.
But you're right. Workathons is an excellent way to fellowship, doing spiritual stuff together at the same time.
And that's what young people want. They crave it. They desire it. They are dying for lack of it.
Yeah.
And all ages, really. So the worksheet, okay. Oh, choosing the topics. I don't know why, but choosing topics seems challenging, but we got a system now that's helpful. I don't know who should be involved with choosing topics. I don't know who would be interested in helping to choose topics.
Okay.
I know you would. That's a figure given, but I don't know who else would be. I know Pastor Smith said he would be down too. Oh, I should put Pastor Smith on there.
Uh-huh.
He likes helping with this stuff. He is a teacher and he likes that stuff. Oh. So, I don't know who else would help with or would enjoy choosing topics or something. I don't know if Susie. I guess. Oh, Tina, can you write down to find out who would be interested in helping to choose topics?
All right.
Is there any reason for Mom to be on the curriculum team? Did she do any of these things? Mom loves doing questions. She could probably help with Bible readings. She's not the best at finding verses, but I'm sure she could strengthen it. Mom, you there? Can you hear me? Mama Mamacita?
Yes, yeah.
Would you, does creating Bible readings sound like something that's interesting to you? Not, I know you get interested in a lot of different things, but like writing questions for Bible readings and stuff from the live cast?
You mean the ones that are already made, or
No, none of the
or
Bible.
to make the Bible readings?
The ones that we go through for the squads.
Are you talking about create the Bible readings for it?
Yes, with a group.
Are you going to give me the topics to look up?
Mom, the topics are the 4 teaching points of the live cast every month.
Oh, I could try it. Let me try it. Can I try it with somebody who already knows how to do it?
Well,
At least once.
Mom, what we're talking about is is working together. This whole conversation is about times that we can get together as a team to work together towards these common deadlines.
That would mean working with Pastor Smith and Susie for sure at this time.
Yes, that's right.
On those?
Yeah, on Bible readings.
Okay, sounds good.
That's good.
Oh, and Cameron said he was interested too.
Yes.
Yeah, Sabbath afternoon does seem like a nice time to get everyone together and do some Bible readings. That would be probably really fun.
Yeah.
So,
You're writing on the board.
what? Huh?
You were telling
Oh,
me.
yeah, Deborah, down on the team.
Yeah, you're getting low on that list right there. We're not going to be able to see any more of it.
Yeah, I know. So, what if we did Bible reading on instead of calling it a work-a-thon because that like scares people? What if we just call it Bible study on Sabbath afternoon?
From 4 to 6. Do it from 4 to 6. Try it from 4 to 6 on Sabbath.
You guys?
46?
4 to 6?
I think that
Sounds good to me.
When is Pastor Smith's thing?
I think it used to be at 7 or 7:30. 7. His was at 7.
To tell you the truth, I don't know if I would want to do that every Sabbath.
I wouldn't want to do it every Sabbath either.
You shouldn't have to do it every Sabbath. But if you did one Sabbath a month and one Monday, I think you'd be able to get it, between
That would
Sabbath
be-
and Monday.
Sorry. That would be easy to like just put up the verses, just like spout out the verses, and then later on have somebody work on finding the verses and putting them in there.
Yeah, I agree.
And you could like take care of a lot of them at once.
I agree. I definitely agree. Okay. Yeah, Sabbath once a month, that sounds totally manageable. What about the Sabbath after the live cast? Is that reasonable?
Maybe this, but I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, Tina won't, but Tina, could you work on the sloppy list before Sabbath?
I don't know what my schedule's going to look like over there. I have the small group today at 6.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to have Wi-Fi or...
Is it really in the woods or is it at Spokane?
It sounds like it's in Spokane, but it sounds like it's at a camp.
At a
Do you
park?
know the address? I can look it up.
No, I have no idea.
No. I asked for a flyer, but
What's
they
it
didn't give me
called?
one.
I have no idea.
Do you know what it's called?
No. We don't have any information, Mom. I would have looked for it.
All I know is it's a Spokane camp meeting.
But let's talk about that later. Let's
I'm gonna have to go, get ready and...
We leave in an hour,
okay. So
but she still has some things to get ready.
do you have any recommendations with the framework database for choosing topics? Oh, you wrote down that I'm going to try to find out who's able to help with choosing topics?
Let me see. Find out who is interested in choosing topics. Yes.
Is the framework database something that can be worked on Friday, Pastor?
No, because that involves Carmen, and Carmen likes to do other stuff on Friday. That's his day off.
Okay,
That's
that's not a problem.
basically
That's all I
Carmen and
needed to
working
know.
together.
Oh, the database?
Yeah.
Yeah, the base.
This causes me a lot of like pressure and stress on my mind because thinking about all the scattered information and my brain has too much to handle and it's all in different places. And
Yeah.
it'd be good to consolidate.
I could do Friday afternoon.
Does it have to be on a Friday? I mean, we got like.
It doesn't have to be Friday. But
Oh, because that's tomorrow.
If it was a Friday,
Yeah.
it would be Friday afternoon.
Would you guys rather do it this afternoon? Could you work on it this
I
afternoon?
want to work on outlines and Bible studies, and I want to try to put together presentations on Friday.
Okay.
I
All
wanna
right.
Be working
All right.
on
Well-
organizing Notion databases.
Okay.
On Friday, you just got these saying.
Yes, correct.
Okay. What did you already have scheduled for this afternoon? This afternoon.
Thursday.
I don't have anything scheduled today. That's why this meeting's
Well-
so long.
If working on framework and database this afternoon is something you could do, the sooner the better. That will help your brain.
Well, Cameron says that he's got things to do today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he made a commitment with Diana. That's true.
That's this afternoon.
Yeah, he's got a handful of things with the live cast too that he's working on.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
So, okay, we could probably close here, and I'll figure out what's going on with choosing the topics. Oh, my question was, should we do this? How often should we choose topics if we got together to do that? Should we do that quarterly? Should we do it monthly? Should we?
Topics for.
Well, there's two ways you can look at it. As far as the whole curriculum, this could be topics for the leadership table, topics for.
Kind of like what we were doing.
Yeah, what we were doing. It's exactly what we were doing. Yes, and then topics for the live cast calendar or otherwise. I mean, I have to choose topics almost on a weekly basis and sometimes modify them for pioneer sessions and otherwise. Like we could choose topic for all of the meetings, just batch in one group. Yeah, just looking at basically like our monthly actions and choosing topics that fit in harmony with what we want to try to do.
Yeah.
So that's something we could do every month, choosing topics then.
Should we do it
If we could,
twice a month?
when we came together and did it, if we were, I mean, really focused on it, you should be able to choose enough topics for the whole month.
Sometimes it's easier said than done because
Yeah.
a lot happens in a month and you could schedule. I mean, it's like we all had a plan before for 2020 and then COVID-19 happened. And
That's true.
And it's kind of like that. Planning is everything, but plans are nothing. Where it's good for us to have a plan, but then like within a month, a lot of things change or modify or update or things. So we have to regroup and reevaluate. Because what we decided last time we did that with the leadership table, I realized, no. I had to change that with the pioneer sessions, had to change that too. But it was helpful because it got us the first step in the right direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like once a month would actually... Because if we did it once a month, I see that still the majority of choosing topics would fall on my shoulders. And it would be stressful.
Well, I heard you say monthly or quarterly, and then if monthly would still fall on your shoulders, then it wouldn't be quarterly. That would even be worse.
Well,
it just depends on like what for live cast topics it's different, but like for leadership tables that's every week. Pioneer session that's like.
It's daily almost. Yeah, and the live cast is monthly. So, like I was saying, like we can choose the live cast topics monthly. I mean, we could choose the live cast topics quarterly. We could choose the pioneer sessions bi-weekly. Wait, how does that work? Bi-monthly? Yeah, bi-monthly, twice a month. We can choose the leadership tables once a month, and then check in if we like them still twice a month, something like that.
Yeah.
It really extremely helps if I know what I'm talking about during the month. That's so helpful.
That definitely understandable.
Yeah. So what if we could schedule that then I'd be down to close. What day, what month?
Let's do that Tuesday morning from 10:30 to 7. Nope, we're already doing Tuesday. from 10 to 7 is the slides.
What do you mean by
Okay,
10 to 7?
10:30 to 1. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's
Oh, I was
I
like,
took
man,
it
that's a
to
long
7. I'm sorry.
conversation.
It's a 1. But you can see how the one
Yes.
up above on the Tuesday looks different than the one on a Thursday.
Yes, I do. So,
Okay, I'm sorry.
do you think choosing topics is like a pioneer session type thing? Or would that not involve people?
No, I think it would involve people. I think we could do it at a pioneer session.
So if we
Choosing topics involves everybody, and
Well-
I think we could get good input.
I see Theodora would check out in a conversation like that. And Kamran's moving in the right direction, but previously he would check out very much. But I think he's making efforts to be more helpful and be more engaged and involved in giving input. So that's been helpful.
Helpful.
So what do you think, Kamran? Choosing topics at a pioneer session for one pioneer session?
One pioneer session?
2 a month.
2 a month.
The limit. I think it would be fine.
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
Okay.
I think we should give it a try and see.
Sweet.
Yeah.
When should we do that? That's gonna be so helpful. That is
Tuesday, this coming Tuesday's pioneer session.
so every other Tuesday.
Let's try it.
So that is that odd?
I think so. That's more than or actually, sometimes it might be 3 times a month if there's like a.
No.
Right.
No, we don't need to do
So
it. Then.
if we do it Tuesday the 15th and Tuesday the 22nd,
Well, no, I'm not looking at dates. Just like the second Tuesday of every month, the fourth, or the first and the third.
First and third.
What? The first and third?
Yes.
sounds good.
What's right after the live cast? The third Tuesday?
Tuesday. What?
Yeah, it's the third Tuesday following the second week. See, it always depends, Pastor, when that week starts. If it starts on a Wednesday, if it starts on a Tuesday, that would depend. That's where you can't make a one rule.
Should we base it off of the live cast? Or no?
Some things not. Depends.
Oh man.
What?
Because Tuesday.
Basing topics off of the live cast?
Well, I mean, no. When we choose the topics off of because this is where my mind's thinking is as soon as the live cast is over, I'm thinking, what's the next topic?
Yeah.
The sooner I know the next topic, that'd be good. But if we do it once a quarter and we choose all of them out, then that's not that bad, honestly. But what was I saying about that? Oh, but I know the Tuesday just before the live cast, my mind is we got to get this live cast finished.
Me too.
Go to Pioneer
So
Session
the
where-
Tuesday before livecast is not the Tuesday to do it. The Tuesday following livecast is definitely the time to do it.
But if we wait till the Tuesday following the live cast, that would be a day before Wednesday when it's due. Oh, that's not too bad. And then I could do it the next day. Okay.
Or
Sounds good.
well, here's the other option. If you did it on the Thursday following the livecast, Thursday morning following the livecast,
Whoa.
if we choose the topics
Thursday morning.
that Thursday
following the
morning
live cast. What do you guys think about that?
following
Whoa.
livecast.
Like today?
Yeah.
First and third.
So every
Tuesday.
Thursday morning after the live cast, we're choosing topics.
But it would be a first and third then.
That's okay. Depending on what it wouldn't.
Oh, it would be the second.
That's why I was saying that we because as far as the live cast goes, we can't really do it off of this first.
Well, why we're not choosing the live cast topic monthly? We're choosing it quarterly.
Did you write that down?
Yeah.
When we're choosing the different types,
Yes.
leadership table, and okay, you're right. It's true.
So that I wouldn't be stressing out about it because we don't want to stress about it and we want to do
So
it
you
in
think
advance.
Tuesday is better? Or
I don't see why we would have to do it Thursday.
is there something you'd rather be doing on Thursday morning during pioneer session?
I mean, I have no problem doing it on Thursday.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. One benefit I like about Thursday is we're planning out the next weeks of pioneer sessions in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
If we do it in Tuesday, then we're kind of in the middle of the week. But Thursday is just kind of like how we do Sunday, where we plan the week in advance, or the night before we plan the day in advance, or the month before we plan the month in advance. Thursday kind of does that with pioneer sessions.
I'm fine with Thursdays.
Okay, we'll do Thursday after the live cast.
So every first and third Thursday?
Well, every Thursday after
Yeah.
the live cast, and then 2 weeks after that.
Right.
Yeah, every Thursday after live cast, and then the next, or like following 2 weeks later, 14 days
Every
later.
Thursday after live cast, and then 2 weeks later.
All right, that's good.
Dot, dot, dot.
That's good. Thank you so much for all of your help. I really appreciate that. We should close.
Hey, when you guys are finished praying, I need to ask you guys while you're together something.
Okay. All right. Do you want it to be recorded?
No.
No. Okay. Who would like to close this with a word of prayer?
I would.
All right. Thank you, Kelly.
Our most kind Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for all your wonderful blessings and the opportunity that we have to come together and to help your cause, to schedule these things that are important and helping us to keep our priorities straight and focused. We ask, dear Lord, that you'll guide and direct us. Lord, there are so many things, and we thank you for each and every one of the volunteers, the team that you have put together. We ask a blessing upon their efforts and their work. We ask that you will go with Tina today, giving her safety, bringing her back in your timing. We ask, dear Lord, that we may glorify you in all that we do and say, and we thank you. We ask this in the precious name of our Savior, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
He's gonna send
That's good.
a little
Can you also write down for updating, for choosing the topics, asking the question, can this be published, or which channel, which platform should this be published on? AOIO or the Army of Youth channel? Something along those lines. Because when we're choosing topics for the Pioneer sessions, I think some of those would be good to repurpose for documenting.